Ever tried reading while jogging, cooking, or even juggling flaming torches? Yeah, it doesn't end well. But with audiobooks.com, you can conquer books without the circus act. Dive into over 450,000 titles, including more than 10,000 free ones. Get hooked on a bestseller, find your next obsession, or finally read that classic you've been avoiding since high school. And here's the inside scoop. Sign up today for a free 30-day trial and snag your first 3 audiobooks on the house. Sign up for your free trial at audiobooks.com/podcastfree today. That's audiobooks.com/podcastfree.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Our scene opens overlooking the Hyde estate, big old house, very Baroque. We can see a little text box above it that says 3 years ago. And inside we can see a young Jackie Hyde saying goodbye to her 2 moms who are going off to a museum fundraiser. What are your moms' names? What are your 2 moms' names?
I think we're going to go with Zelda and Hilda.
All right. Zelda, who's a little sterner, just very firmly reminds you, Jackie, just remember, because we're leaving you on your own. Mm-hmm. We trust you. Of course we trust you. Mm-hmm. Just remember that the library is off limits right now.
Of course, I would never go in there without your permission.
Okay, I know you wouldn't, honey, but I just feel better if I, lay some boundaries.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure to stay out of there.
You just don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah, I don't want to get hurt either.
And they put on their coats, they blow you little kisses, and they leave. Describe a young 15-year-old Jackie Hyde.
So Jackie Hyde is very small. Small in height, small in stature. Everything is small, just a very skinny, tiny person. She's kind of meek looking and has sort of mousy brown hair, big Coke bottle glasses. She's dressed obviously in sort of a nerdy way, layering like a vest over another shirt. And then, she's just like your typical sort of meek nerd type. And I think maybe what she's doing right now is she's going to go study for an exam because she's big into school.
Okay. You start heading to the stairs that lead up to the room, the bedrooms in the house, and the floor is a little creaky. It's an old house. It is maybe a little scary when you're here home alone.
House is so big and empty right now. I better just go to my room and stay in there for the rest of the night.
As you're walking down the hall, you walk past the door to the basement, and you notice it is slightly ajar.
That's weird. Well, my mom's wouldn't leave this open. That's strange.
Do you close the door? Do you just keep walking?
I'm gonna maybe peek my head inside because I'm not I'm supposed to stay out of there, but maybe I am curious why they left it open.
Okay, you push the door open a little bit more. You can see the lights are off in here, but maybe there's some screens that are still on, so there's weird glows coming from around corners. Mm-hmm. And you hear a voice. What does the voice say to you?
Jackie, I know you're scared, but how about if I told you would never be scared again?
How does Jackie react to that?
She's obviously shocked to hear a voice and where's that coming from? I can't. And then here's
Jackie, I know you want to be strong. I know you want to be brave.
I think the voice is hard to place, what direction it's coming from, because it's happening inside your head.
Yes.
But you do see there was sort of a pale glow from behind one of the stacks in the library that you were attributing to a computer screen that was left on or something. And that glow starts to turn from that pale blue. It starts to turn red.
Mm-hmm. I'll make you a bargain that you can't refuse. If you release me, we can work together and I can protect you and make sure nothing bad ever happens to you ever again.
What does Jackie do?
She's definitely really drawn to this glow, and it's really pulling her in. She's so enticed by this. She's just walking almost zombie towards it.
I think we get that effect where everything along the sides kind of moves away, and the bookshelf sort of moves closer towards you.
Yeah, I guess as the bookshelf sort of approaches and she sort of float walks over there, she's going to grab the glowing tome.
Yeah, this book, it's dark, blackened leather. Almost looks like it's burned in places. And it's just covered in runes that you don't recognize as belonging to any language that Jackie knows. And
Yeah.
she knows a lot. She's pretty smart.
Yeah. She's learned a lot from her moms, being around her moms. Maybe when she picks up the book, it burns her a little bit or shocks her. Maybe it's a little bit too powerful for her. And sort of sends like a bit of a wave of anxiety through her, and then she drops it.
I think, yeah, on that first touch too, it burns physically, but you also have this like flashing vision of, it's hard to say. You see these like creatures and this dark energy, almost like you get that like planets exploding.
Yeah.
kind of thing. And you drop the book.
I think the book flips itself open and like starts flying through pages, like, and it opens and lands on a page.
Read me.
I think their page that lands on, there's actually what looks like a magic circle inscribed in there.
You have to break the circle, Jackie. You have to interrupt the magic holding me back.
So she's basically just been sort of enthralled and sort of, the voice is too powerful. She's too meek to like resist what this sort of enticement is. So she does, and she grabs some ink off the table and tries to break the seal.
Okay, yeah, you do that. You rub some ink across the circle, you're blocking out one of the runes, and I think the book just like bursts with this like deep red light and energy. I think Jackie is like levitated up off the ground, and suddenly I think for Jackie it's like you're almost like in the sunken place watching what's happening as a transformation takes hold. And what does the transformation into Cambion look like?
So I guess just for but a moment, because what appears is a demonic, monstrous looking figure. Horns grow out of her head. She gets bigger. She gets more muscular. She gets taller. She just, she has claws and spikes coming out of her elbows. Like, it's a very imposing, scary creature. But I think as soon as that transformation happens, it kind of gets sucked inside of her.
Okay.
And it's done.
I think you fall to the ground. I think you get to your bed. I don't think you remember doing that. I think you have a sleep that is plagued by those visions of doom, and you wake up cold sweat with your mom's calling for you to come down for breakfast.
So Jackie gets up, thinks maybe it was all a bad nightmare, that everything that happened being taken over by the voice, the transformation, and shrugs it off and goes down to have pancakes with her moms.
And as you approach the stairs, you hear the voice say,
It wasn't a dream.
and we flash forward 3 years to orientation day at University of Western Universe, the university you're attending, the superhero program. You're in your second year. You've been assigned to orientate some students, except Nightman has attacked. And your friend Bandit has just shouted at you to break the rules and start to fight him. And the voice in your head thinks this is a great idea. What happens?
The voice in her head, Cambion, starts going,
Release me. I want to have a little fun with this guy. You let me out. I'll make him bloody.
and Jackie's like, I don't know if we should be doing that. We shouldn't, it's not allowed for us to be involved. But like thinking back to what her friend said, calling to action, she's like, I'll do it just this once, but make sure you don't hurt any students.
Thinking that like in your moment of maybe of indecision too, another one of your friends runs over very fast. It's Merganser,
yes.
the speedy duck-themed hero that you're pals with. She says, come on, we need your help. You're the strongest one.
I hate that. So yes, she like gives Cambion control of her body, and the transformation happens, and Cambion is now there, big, imposing, red, horned, and ready to fight Nightman.
And Merganser goes, awesome. Love you, Cambion. I gotta go get Thrasher, and runs off with a like burst of air.
Awesome.
And you can see Nightman is descending the stairs on like Vanto black tentacles, approaching a group of students.
So what Cambion does is enlarges her fist to like the size of a Volkswagen and fucking charges at Nightman, trying to land a punch on him.
Okay, I would like you to roll to directly engage an enemy. So roll plus danger.
So that's a 9.
So that's a mixed success. So you do so. You can pick one on a 7 to 9. You can resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies. by sort of maybe not trying to get him unsteady on his feet.
All right, so you come in, rain and blows, giving time for those students to escape, giving time for your allies to start to take action, but you are not going to avoid the blows of the Nightman, who is an Omega level threat. We'll
Yes.
say here. He is staggered back by those blows, and you get the sense of anger. Those so creepy and weird, hard to tell because he's just Vanta Black. There's no depth to him.
He's not Anish Kapoor, though, right?
He's not. Maybe he is. You don't know. And he just blasts forth this dark energy from himself, tossing you across the quad.
Cambion goes flying and into a pillar and cracks the pillar and falls to the ground.
And I think you see Nightman continues. He's like extends a tentacle and like grabs a chunk of the now broken statue of the Dayman that he destroyed and is like raising it up to throw it at you when Thrasher leaps in front of you.
Find out what happens on Orientation Day on the next episode of Origins. And stay tuned for the first issue of Dungeon Punk's Super U.
Whether you're looking to build a website for your business, your hobby, your podcast, or just for fun, Pear Networks is your go-to web hosting partner. Not only do we have the lowest domain price in the industry, starting at just $11, we've got hundreds of stunning website templates to help you stand out from the crowd. You're not a techie? Not a problem. With our easy DIY site builders, you can launch your impressive website without any technical know-how. And when it comes to security and updates, don't worry, we've got you covered. Our 24/7 US-based customer support is the best in the industry. Check out Pear.com today to learn more. PAIR.com.